Welcome back to Conversations That Build, hosted by Bergeline. This is where we don't just talk about success, but we talk about the discipline, the mindset, and decisions that build it. And here we build from inside out. My guest today is a realtor, a land developer, and a real estate investor. Welcome, and it's a pleasure to have you today. So tell us a little bit about you, who you were before all of that.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me, Bergeline.
You're welcome.
I'm glad to be here. My name is Andre Monsanto. I've been in real estate investing for quite a few years now. I'm a land developer, and what we do is we build homes. We build single family homes. That's what my company does.
Okay, that's
But I've done a lot of different things in the past. I was in human resources management for quite a few years after I graduated from college. I ventured into sales. I did a lot of selling. I've sold just about everything that you could think of. I've sold commodities back in the day. I was, and then I ventured into, after a long hiatus, I ventured into real estate.
that's very good.
Yeah.
Building home for people, right?
Yes. Do I know why?
Yeah. Why you are here today?
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm here to share my experience. Share my experience until your viewers what my skill sets are and what I've done exactly to succeed in my field.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
awesome. So we will start with a few questions that we will ask you. Okay?
Sure.
Okay, let's start. What did you have to become internally before you were able to build externally?
Great question. Well, I had to work on myself in many different aspects. I can say for myself, it had to be, the most important thing had to be confidence. I had to be confident and find a way to raise my confidence in a way to deal with people and be better with people's skills and, in relationship with people. I had a great fear of speaking in public at a younger age. I overcame it. I took some classes. I overcame that fear. But I would say confidence. Confidence would be the thing that I worked on the most.
Okay.
I learned to be confident with myself and everything in my actions, from everything to the way I enter a room, the way I speak, the way I present myself, and the way I stand when I walk into a room. I mean, I learned to do that effectively.
Okay, yeah, the fear that you have to overcome was public speaking.
Public speaking, yeah.
Okay. Okay, so how do you handle pressure?
Pressure. I would say, me personally, what I do, the best thing to do. I mean, this is very important. The best thing to do is not to panic. First of all, not to go bonkers, which is not to panic. What I would do personally is I stay focused and I remain organized. And what I would do is just categorize my work and just take on the most important task first.
Okay.
I would take care of the most important things that I have to take care of, and then just make a list for myself, and just go down that list from most important to least important, and just stay focused and remain organized. And there's so many things you could use. There's many apps on your phone you could use. There's so many things. I use my phone quite a lot to stay organized. I have a system that I use. To have my everything structured.
Okay. Focus and organize.
Focus and organize and tackle the most important task first. One of the most important things, not to panic.
Okay.
Not to panic. and take emotions out of it,
Mhm.
and and just stay focused. Just that's why it's important to write your goals down. When you write your goals down and you read them every morning,
You know
that way you stay
which
focused.
step that you have to execute next, and yeah.
Yes, yeah.
What mistakes do beginners make in real estate?
Um, in my field, which is real estate investing and land development, is there's it's quite a broad area. What I do, my work is very technical. I handle. I have a team. We have my company. We have a very good and large team. Me personally, what I handle is strategy and finances. So my job entails on doing market research. That means what I do is identifying the lands. I go online and I have resources that I use. I identify the lands and what the areas. I do location analysis also to see if it's a booming area. To, like I do other things too. Like I look at comparables in the area, what homes are selling for in the area, and I do all the due diligence, the legal due diligence, um, and financial analysis to see if it's going to be profitable. And once I do that, I also take care of the finance aspect, like finding investors and other things like that. But I have a team that I work with. I build relationships with other people and other companies, other investors that trust me with their money, and we build a relationship for quite a few years. And I basically use the same people. But to go back to your question,
Mm-hmm.
um, I mean, I've made mistakes also when I was starting in this field. But the most common mistakes, I would say, is not doing the legwork, not doing your due diligence and your market research. What I mean by that is just going in any areas without doing the legwork and see the land and to see check zonings, check all the legal aspects, and so you don't get into obstacles when you start building, because that's the worst. And I would say the second thing is they run out of money.
Mm-hmm.
People usually run out of money, and that could be from anything, unexpected costs, or they didn't do their due diligence. They ran into unexpected costs, or you know, and they underestimated
Yeah.
what the process was going to be. But those are usually the most common mistakes I see people make in that field. They run out of money, and that could be very costly, because when you run out of money, your investors, they panic, or if you have a private lender, your interest rates are skyrocketing every day.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing is, pretty much they didn't do the research. They just dive into it and didn't do the research. Yeah, those usually are the common mistakes that rookies make in this field.
So what did you advise them?
Well, I would say have a process. It's very important to have a process. Um, do the research, do the location analysis, do the financial analysis to see if it's profitable to build in that area. If is it a good area? Does it have good schools? Um, uh, Also, very important, do the legal due diligence. Make sure that the land that doesn't have any lien, no assessment fees tied to that land. Hire a surveyor to take the size to make sure everything's on up and up. And depending on the area that you're building, also make sure you develop relationships with people in city hall. That's they're gonna be your best friends. That's one of the best. That's one of the most important things. Develop a relationship with the people in city hall, because because they can make and break your project when you submit either plans or you submitting paperwork to get permits. Those can get stopped by red tape, because it's bureaucracy. So you want to definitely develop a relationship with those people in City Hall, so you could get things moving fast.
Fast.
So, because especially in building and construction, you want a deadline on for everything. So you definitely want to get going and you build a relationship with these people in City Hall. Make sure they know you, and everything will be smooth.
That's a really good advice. So, what separates people who build wealth from those who stay stuck?
People who build wealth versus those that feel
Stay stuck.
stuck.
Yeah.
I would say the most important thing with that is the mindset. I would say people who build wealth have a different mindset. They're very confident. They've learned money skills and they've developed relationship skills where either they built a business where they're surrounded themselves with great other great people, and it's sometimes it's not about how much money you make, it's how much money you retain, because you see it. A lot of people who feel stuck, usually it's because they're living a lavish lifestyle and they're overspending.
Overspending.
They're
Yeah.
overspending, and they're spending more money than they're making, or they're not saving any money. Um, either to impress people they don't even like or people who don't know them. So, yeah, so you want to stay away from those things. But pretty much the mindset. And if you feel stuck, um, there's many things you could do. There's a market for everything.
Mhm.
You could get into tech these days. You could learn a high skill demand job. If you're good with your hands, get into something that's in high income skill. Get into plumbing. I don't know, plumbing. They make a lot. They make a lot of money. Plumbers make a lot of money. Then you could open your own business.
Yes.
If you get into something technical, um, once you get the experience, you could start your own business. Start your own business. Get into consulting. You know. Yeah, but pretty much the mindset. The mindset is very important, and learn money making skills and relationship skills. People skills.
Okay. So, how should investors think about protecting their asset?
Protecting their assets. Okay, well, related to my industry, when investors when they trust us with their money, usually we have contracts. We have a lot of clauses in our contracts. We have, I would say, we have all kinds of clauses. We have, if if one of the partners was to something happen, an accident or anything like that, we have clauses where we have authority, like in continuation or authority replacement or anything like that. But I would say, on a business level, to protect your asset, it's the best thing to do is get a asset protection attorney. Either set up a trust or set up LLCs for your business, and that's always separate your personal and business assets separately. Always separate your personal asset from your business asset. And there are attorneys who specialize in that kind of stuff, where asset protection, where either they're going to set up a trust for you or a corporation or LLC. That way, you protect yourself. You're not liable if you get sued. Your asset is protected, and you're not liable for damages or anything like that.
Okay, that's great. What happens to projects if something unexpected happens to the key partner?
Oh, okay. Well, that kind of goes back to what I was just saying. We have structural clauses in our contracts to protect against those things. Whether it be insurance would be your best friend in that scenario,
Yes.
and we do have continuation clauses where if an investor feels that one of the partners is not putting in any work, um, we have the way we structure our contracts. Everyone's protected, either the investors or the all the key partners, the builders. Everyone is pretty much protected.
If everything you built disappeared tomorrow, what would you hope people say about you as a man?
If everything I worked for
You built.
disappeared the next day, okay,
Yes.
what would I hope people would say about me? Well, um, I would say, I would want them to say at least that this guy was trustworthy. He did good business. He always had great values and principles, and he did good business. That's what I would want people to say about me.
That's really great. What does long-term legacy mean to you?
Long-term legacy. Very, very good question. I would say in a business perspective, legacy would be building a business and it can survive you. The business is thriving after you're gone. On a personal level, I would say long-term legacy would be, the way you treated people, the way you affected people's lives while you were here, and the differences that you made while you were here.
Impact.
Yeah, the impact that you made. How did you change anybody's lives or anything like that for the best? And even your kids. Not just passing along assets, but did you leave them with good character and great standards? That would be what long-term legacy
Me
means.
too.
Yeah.
Okay. If someone is watching this and feels stuck financially, what is one step they can take this week to move forward?
This week, well, I would say, yeah. It would go back to what I said before. Get a high skill. Invest in yourself. In yourself. Read, and invest in not just investing in yourself, but learn a skill. Or a high income skill, whether it be if you're good with your hands, whether if you're a tech savvy person, you get into a high demand industry where there's a market for the work. I would say do that, and then afterwards you could get into you could start your own business. Either you get into consulting, or if you're in the tech industry or any financial services like yourself, you could be a consultant, and then you go from there. And once you start making the money, you invest. Invest, either it could be ETFs or stocks or bonds. Always invest, because compound interest is going to be your best friend when you're investing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the last thing that you wanna say before we done with everything?
Okay. Well, um, it was a pleasure being with you here and sharing my knowledge with you all here on this podcast. And one last thing I would say is the mindset. I want to go back on that. Make sure you have a positive mindset. If you're looking to start your own business, and be consistent. Be consistent. Do good business. Make sure people can trust you. People can trust you. Make sure, when I say that, make sure you do good business. You keep your words. You meet deadlines. You deliver on time. And once you do good business, everything will fall into place. Always does.
So it was a pleasure to have you two today, and thank you. On Conversations That Build, We believe that wealth isn't accidental, it's intentional. And today, we learn that sometimes the biggest opportunities ain't built yet, they are waiting to be discovered. It was Conversations That Build. Until next time, bye.